It doesn't actually matter how good the information is inside of your video. You could be the largest business owner in the world making YouTube videos, and if no one watches it, it doesn't actually matter. I'm gonna show you how to use psychology to force people to watch your videos. First, you have to understand the 5 principles that actually go into making a YouTube video. First, you start with the idea. What is the idea for the video? What's the TAM, the total addressable market cap, for the total amount of people who are potentially interested in this subject? And then you go to the packaging. What is the title and thumbnail going to be for this idea? When you promise someone with your packaging, with the title and thumbnail, what the video is going to be about, when they click on that video, they have to confirm why they clicked, or you are like a cheating wife to that person where there's just no way to build that trust back. So you have to confirm why someone clicked on the video. And then what's the structure of the video? What's the storyboard? What is the main idea that you're trying to get? And then rehooking statements. Most people, if you're watching a YouTube video, you're not 100% focused on what's being said. Maybe you're multitasking, you're doing laundry, you're doing dishes. It doesn't actually matter. You're not 100% focused. So rehooking statements is the same punch in the face that a lot of people would do in the hook, but you just do that over and over again to keep people forced and addicted to watching your videos. That goes into the structure. And then the end screen. People have an option after they finish watching your video. They can, 1, get off of YouTube, 2, they can go watch another video. And if they're gonna stay on YouTube, you wanna make sure they're watching another one of your videos. So just end your video pitching another one of your videos with the same hook format you would do at the beginning. These are the basics of YouTube, but it doesn't answer the question. How do you force someone to watch one of your videos almost against their will? Well, it's psychology. So what makes a great YouTube title and thumbnail? Because it's not just a super pretty, incredibly graphically designed YouTube thumbnail. Sometimes something that's very ugly is super effective and not necessarily good looking. It starts with curiosity, and they should feel an unresolved tension. I mean, there should be a tension in the viewer, in the potential viewer, when they're stuck on YouTube saying, I need to know what is going to happen there. Whether that's just sparking immense amounts of curiosity or hitting a pain point. People are usually running away from pain or towards pleasure. So you can see extreme pleasure and entertainment and people wanting to watch, or extreme pain. So how do you actually create this tension, and what are some tactics that you can do to blow up your channel? The first thing you have to do is the same thing if you were going to sell a product to something. You have to get in the head of your ideal target audience. You're not going to appeal to every single person in the world, nor should you. So define who it is that you are actually trying to target. What are their desires? What are they missing? What do they value? What do they hate? How can you use this information to craft a video idea that sparks a chemical reaction, making someone need to find out what happens next? For every niche, it's different, but the principles are just the same. Let's break down Russell Brand, who is an absolute genius at sparking this tension and curiosity, making you have a deep desire to want to know what happens next. He uses a multitude of different things. Let's break down this video. Something huge is about to happen and Bill Gates is in real trouble. And then in the thumbnail, you see that, and then you say, okay, so what's gonna happen to Bill Gates? And then you see RFK, which you know that he's trying to take down Big Pharma. You know that Bill Gates is big in vaccines. It's over for Gates. So what the hell is happening to Bill Gates? How is RFK involved? I want to know, is RFK gonna be stepping in to stop Big Pharma? How is it going to happen? What the hell is going on? And so a video like this, if you care about this kind of niche of Big Pharma and a lot of these conspiracies, and this is going to spark immense amounts of curiosity. It led to 2.3 million views, but he does this with every single video. One, he's leveraging other people that people do care about, like RFK and Bill Gates and Trump and Elon Musk and all of these public figures. He's leveraging them that people do care about and putting them in a limelight that is sparking more curiosity than they otherwise would. Here's another one. Something big is happening, and this is just the tip of the iceberg. So that is just broad statements. That is a super, super broad statement. It's just a fancy way with a bunch of words to say something big is happening, but he makes it entertaining. And then it's what is going on. There's mainstream news. There's something with someone getting vaccinated. It finally happened. What finally happened? Why do these people look so shocked? What is going on with Russell Brand's face? Man says he has been left to rot after COVID vaccine. What is going on with the COVID vaccine? I don't know exactly what's going on with it, but I want to find out. If you're someone in this niche who's interested in these types of things, you are going to watch this fucking video. And then what Russell Brand does is he confirms why you fucking click. It's as simple as that. But what you can see from from these titles and thumbnails is they just leave this unfulfilled desire and this source of tension that is leaving you. The only way to fulfill this tension is by clicking and watching this video. Actually, what he's doing, it seems very simple, but there's a lot of thought that goes into it. But what Russell Brand has done is he's created different title formats that spark a ton of curiosity, making and forcing you to want to find out what's happened next. So if you want to see the title formats that I've found from studying Russell Brand that he uses over and over and over again that consistently get hundreds of thousands or millions of views, you can download it here. And then what did I just do? Because I just did this on purpose. That is called a lead magnet. How do you turn an audience into a potential customer, or how do you get your information on YouTube? You don't own your audience. You want to find the people that relate to what you're saying and actually want to know more. This is how you convert viewers into customers. You provide additional value in exchange for their contact information, which is called a lead magnet. When you own a YouTube channel, you don't actually own your viewers or subscribers. And so Russell Brand is just one person that can be studied on how they spark curiosity. He's in the news space. So how do you make something that people otherwise wouldn't care about, make them care? If you can do that, then you can do it in any space in the world. What I'm about to discuss, I honestly don't know of anyone besides MrBeast who does this, but I've never even heard him discuss it. I've just came to the same conclusion, and I've incorporated it into a lot of the videos I've made with my clients. The way I think YouTube works is you make a video and YouTube starts by pushing it out to your core audience, which is your fan base. And if that core audience responds, they push it out to a wider group of people, let's say quasi-casual viewers, and then it goes to a broader audience of very casual viewers, and then people who watch videos in similar spaces, and then the video continuously gets pushed out to a wider and wider audience until people stop watching it. So what does that actually mean? A lot of people want to make evergreen YouTube videos, which is just a video that gets views forever. You make a video and it just gets 500 views per hour for the next 7 years and you're retired. And so they make this big long evergreen video, it's perfect, but no one watches it, and then it just gets stuck. The problem is your core audience doesn't respond to that evergreen video because they're used to consuming a different version of video on your channel. And so how do you get around this? By making a video for your niche that might not be as evergreen, that can still go viral and can still act as evergreen. You start with the title and thumbnail and the idea that your audience is going to respond to. And then once they watch it, you change it to evergreen title and thumbnail that a new audience would watch. And I do this with a client that I'm not allowed to talk about, but every single day he has a very die-hard core fan base. So we make videos for that core fan base that we know they are going to watch, but in the hook, because you always have to make sure you are confirming whatever someone is clicking on. I plan out both titles and thumbnails that we're going to use today, and then 24 hours after and into the future that a new audience might actually want to watch. One title and thumbnail that we're going to use initially is one that is not even going to look that good, that we just know his core audience is going to watch because they've proven with time and time again his niche and his audience wants to watch that type of video. And then after his core audience watches it and YouTube's already pushing it out to more people, we change the title and thumbnail to a broader, much more evergreen title and thumbnail who someone outside of his niche would be interested in. Kind of like what Russell Brand does here. We're creating broad curiosity for a niche subject that people otherwise wouldn't care about and making them want to care. In the video, he confirms both reasons why they would want to watch. And not every time, but it's actually about 1 in every 3 videos that we've gotten down with this guy end up getting a massive second wind. It goes from 50 to 350,000 views and it becomes a super evergreen, supporting the channel a lot more, just averaging out to where the channel just over time substantially higher and higher floors as to how many views it's going to get per day, per week, and per month. And so how does MrBeast do this? Not every single person in the world knows who you are. Everyone says you need your face in a YouTube thumbnail. You need a big face. That's not 100% true. You need the idea for the video to be visually shown in the thumbnail. So as you can see with these two MrBeast thumbnails, when he first posted these videos, he had his big head in the left like he usually does on every single other thumbnail. But as time goes on, more and more people who otherwise wouldn't want to watch a MrBeast video, or they don't know who MrBeast is, you can now spark curiosity and tension and make someone want to watch a video of a new channel that they don't otherwise know by making something interesting. This is not done by by many people, but it's not that difficult if you spend more time pre-planning your videos and not just winging it after the, but also understand your core audience to a super high degree. Because if you understand their internal desires and their fear and their pain to a higher degree than they do, you know what buttons to push that are going to make them feel that tension, because most of you might not have felt that tension from the Russell Brand thumbnail. But if you're in the space where you really care about all the daily news things that are going on inside the world and you're pretty concerned for what's happening, then that's really going to hit a pain point in you. If you don't know who you're making videos for and you don't understand their problem, I mean, what are you actually doing? Especially if I work with large businesses. My job is to force an audience to want to watch their videos that are basically just advertisements for their business the entire time, but make them educational and entertaining to where people want to watch those videos and then buy their products or become customers of whatever it is that they're doing. And the first thing I do is I try and understand their ideal audience to a better degree than they can. And then we know the videos that are going to attract that core audience. And then you can always try and make those videos evergreen and blow them up afterwards.